Layout Mini Paper Pad series as well as 30 Days of Sketches. Today's sketch is from Corey, who is Scrap and Shopaholic on Instagram. So you can definitely check that out and go and check out her social media accounts and send her some love. If you want to play along, by all means, please do. You can head into the Facebook group and actually post everything that you're creating. Just find the sketch that you used, post your creation in the comments. We love to see that. I know that the designers of the sketches really love to see all the work that everybody does. So definitely share. So I am obviously going to be using some mini papers, 6x6 papers this time from a mini paper pad. And because I'm doing a picture from 2022, I'm going to cut this down to 8.5 by 11 because I'm doing a smaller album for that year. So this is just a standard background paper that I got out of this Die Cuts with a View paper pad mini album type thing that I found at Dollarama several years ago, maybe like 5 years ago. So it kind of has just these stacks of papers that you can use as backgrounds or whatever you want to do with them. And then it also has papers that have cutouts that you can cut out, and it has all of the lines on it that you can cut and follow to fold into a couple different mini albums. So I started kind of putting it together as a mini album, and then I didn't really do that, and now I just use the papers like this, and I just really liked the kind of wood grain of this background paper. It's a little bit almost grayish brown rather than kind of, like a traditional brown, and so I thought it just helped all of these colors from the papers to stand out and is something different for me. So that's the background paper. And then what I have is that same Fancy Pants paper pad, 6x6 paper pad. I love it so much. If I could find 10 more of these, I would scoop them all up. I really, really love it. I love the texture. It's that Fancy Pants, bumpy textured paper. I really love that, and the colors are just so fantastic. So that is where most of these papers are coming from. And then I also have some 6x6 papers from the I Am collection from Simple Stories. So I did at one time have that whole paper pad as well, but I've used up quite a bit of it, and so I just have some of these papers kind of straggling and left over, and they work really good. They have these same sort of bright summery colors as the Fancy Pants papers, so they've sort of all just migrated together essentially, and I just pulled a few of those out to kind of give me a few extra patterns. That's what I'm running low on in the Fancy Pants paper pad, is actual patterns. I have a lot of the solids left, and I kind of have the same colors left. I've used up most of the teals and the pinks and the mints and that kind of thing. So I needed to just bring a few extra colors in there. So I went ahead and used one full diagonal half of the 6x6 paper pad to create that first set of arrows. And then up here on top, I'm going to put them in reverse order just so that the patterns all kind of have a chance to stand out in a different way. And I just thought it was kind of fun. It makes it look a little bit different. And I just kind of think that because this is a different kind of perspective on the design where the pictures are kind of on a diagonal and stuff. So I thought it might be fun rather than being perfectly symmetrical to do the reverse order. So that's what I'm going to do up here. And this is perfect for your 6x6 paper pads, because if you were doing this on a larger 12x12 sized layout, you could definitely have half of them on the first set and half of them up at the top, and you'd get most of your papers used up. So they're just the right size to go ahead and do this without having to do too much measuring or try to, figure things out. They all kind of nestle into each other. But if you start your very first triangle with half of the 6x6 paper pad, or 6x6 paper, You just kind of have like a good mathematical size to your triangles. So yes, I definitely think even if I was doing this on a 12 by 12 layout, I probably would have pulled out 6 by 6 papers to do this with. So the other nice thing, because this is a smaller layout, I'm also going to use some of the little cut aparts from the 6 by 6 paper from the IM collection, and those are kind of going to be my smaller photos. I only have the one photo here, and I know that the larger photo in the sketch is actually going landscape instead of portrait orientation, and I'm not going to do that. I just have that one selfie, but I thought that those little squares from the cut apart paper were the perfect size, kind of in relation to my larger photo, to kind of do what the sketch has. So I do play around with mine a little bit just because I have that longer orientation to my photo rather than it going widthwise. But yeah, it just kind of worked out really nicely that those fit in, and they also worked really good with the scale for having a little space for me to put my title. So that's what I've gone ahead and done here. Is I'm just working off of where it says I am on the one little card that I cut. So it says loving who I am, and then the other little card just has a list of things. I can't remember what it says. It's like, you know, important and so thankful and that kind of stuff. So I just thought that worked out really well. And then I'll go ahead and I will do some journaling as well, just to kind of fill in that spot. This was actually a picture from Thursday 3, so I plan to go back and just find what I wrote for that. And I'll probably do my first 2 points on that card and then find a little place where I can sneak another card with my currently's. That's kind of how I do Thursday 3s anyways. I do usually 1 point that's maybe something a little bit more personal, that's just about me and what's going on in my life, and then I do something that's maybe more family oriented or something going on in the world, kind of, that impacts me in some way. And then my third one is usually my currently. So I usually share what I'm reading and what I'm watching, what I'm listening to, what I'm loving at that moment, and like what I'm eating or something like that. So I just try to make that one fun. And a lot of people, that seems to be the one that people like to comment on the most, because they'll often share what they're reading, or we talk about books, or we talk about podcasts, or whatever comes from it. So it's always lots of fun, but I don't know that I'll have enough room to write all of that in the little square, so I'll probably go ahead and find a way to tuck some of that journaling in. And then I just did a few of those beautiful little starburst kind of glitter. I like to do them in little piles rather than try to do each individual little star. So that's where you saw me just doing that and kind of like piling a bunch of stars all together. So it's almost like 3 little clusters of stars rather than 3 individual stars. And then here coming up, I want to share with you what my little guy was saying and what we were talking about. People ask all the time. So give a listen to our conversation. Okay, hop up here. Okay, we're going to do yellow first.
Yellow, my favorite.
Okay. So we gotta roll this first to get all that glitter.
This is pretty.
Yeah.
Hi everybody. So we're doing a craft. I'm doing a craft with Mommy today. Hello.
Okay, ready? Take it out, and now what do we have to do? You have to tap right here. I'm gonna cover this and you're gonna tap. There we go, we got some yellow coming out.
It's getting you.
Yeah, it is getting me. Okay, let's dip again.
Dip, dip, dip.
And then some more tapping.
Tap, 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 tap.
Good job. Oh, that was a nice big one. Yay.
Tap, 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 tap.
Okay, now we gotta twist it. So, just a small glimpse at what's usually going on around me and when he's helping me out. But I just finished this off with a few enamel dots and then, of course, these fun splatters. I did the yellow splatters because the yellow paper is so prominent, and then some gold splatters because I just wanted to bring in some of the gold from the I Am collection. And then here I will let him finish it off for you. And that's it, my friend.
That's it.
What do you think? Now what do we say?
Bye.
Say thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Say subscribe.
Subscribe. Subscribe.
Say thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Happy scrapping.
And happy scrapping. And we're done.
So that is it for me. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. The links are down below for Mad About Mini Paper Pads as well as the master playlist for 30 days of sketches. So please go and check those out. I super appreciate you watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, happy scrapping.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks to me. To my channel.